it is a misty morning here in Belgium.
Sun is trying to come out, maybe. At least there's no wind today.
There's a little bit of blue back there, so you never know. We could end up with an absolutely beautiful day, but if it stays moody, it won't be the end of the world because it will just make for a dramatic entrance into
the world's most well-preserved medieval city.
Exactly.
Welcome back to Life on the Canals. Now, if you missed last week's episode, go catch up, because that's when the boat handed us the keys to this vessel.
Figure out who's the captain and who is the co-captain. The captain is the boss, just to let you know.
We were given the silent treatment by the bridge captains.
Bridge captain, this is Horizon 30, do you copy?
And we even dove into the cost of chartering one of these floating castles.
And turns out the canal boat is by far the cheapest option.
And this week, we're cruising our way to the Venice of the North. No, not Amsterdam, the other Venice of the North, Bruges. And we're doing it the same way traders and explorers have for over 900 years, on a canal boat.
Bridge captain, this is Horizon 30, approaching New Edgeburg Bridge, heading towards Bruges. I'm requesting the bridge to be open, please. And good morning. Oh, there it goes.
Yay!
No, there's ducks on the bridge. They're gonna go for a ride.
So on the first day, it was a little tricky to get the feel of the boat and control it and keep it straight. But it was also really windy that day, and I think the windage was not helping us out a whole lot. And today, there's no wind, and it's super chill and easy, which is nice.
Red, green means something is happening, caution. Red means stop, obviously, and green will mean go. Probably should have put on my rain jacket again. It wasn't raining like 10 seconds ago.
It's raining, but something in your eyes is shining on me. You say it's time to let go. I say, where you going with my heart?
That was the first boat we really passed, other than the one other boat that was right whenever we very first left, and it was so huge. It was a bit of a vortex coming into his wake back there. That was fun.
And all of a sudden I turn around and there's this big boat and I think, ooh, the canal looks a lot smaller now.
Belgium's canals were built in the early Middle Ages to connect rivers and allow boats to come inland from the North Sea.
Hey, look, our first waterfall.
Which made Bruges one of Europe's most important trade cities. And while I bet plenty of these beautiful barges are historic, I don't think any of them are left over from the Middle Ages.
Whoa, 1922. Cool. It's a little rainy, but it's still gorgeous. It's just been us passing a couple boats and the birds and the swans and the ducks and the greenery. We're only like 2 miles outside of the circle of Bruges, the city. It's just like a major city right there. It's crazy. It's beautiful. Look at that, now we're getting into some population. And there's our next bridge.
A little change of plans.
You can turn out the engine, please.
Okay.
Then I also need the keys of the bikes.
Little detour, we were passing by another boat and the head of the maintenance was like, hey, can you come over? We need a jump start real quick. So here we are, we're gonna figure out how to jump start a boat. Wow, that's where the engine is. This will be interesting.
See, now we're getting an extra tour.
Yeah.
Customer service in action here.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that. That's a lot of weight right there.
Lead acid batteries are so heavy, but it doesn't really matter on a canal boat. You're not going fast, you don't need to be lightweight. Cheaper to replace when somebody messes it up.
Are they cheaper though at this point?
The value over time is way better for lithium.
So once upon a time, finding Wi-Fi was the biggest stressor for us when traveling, but now not so much, because with eSIMs, it has made it so easy to pick up a data plan for just about any country with only a couple of caveats. Like one, you actually have to be connected to the internet to make the purchase for the data. And it can get kind of expensive if you use a lot of data. But there's free Wi-Fi practically everywhere, especially at cafes. Although here in Belgium, I do find it interesting that there are a lot of places that have laptop rules, which is a really nice way of saying, please don't set up your office and like park it here during our busiest hours, which is fair enough, because I do kind of like to park it whenever I am writing or researching, and it is not just for the coffee and the free speculoos cookies. I like the buzz of the atmosphere and the noise. It actually helps me focus because I've just never been the type of person that does really well in the super quiet library-esque atmosphere. And the first thing I do when connecting to public Wi-Fi is turn on Surfshark VPN, which is today's sponsor. Because when we connect to public Wi-Fi, we are exposing ourselves to all sorts of security risks and to hackers, which is why we use Surfshark VPN, because it is an app and web browser extension with a lot of built-in privacy and security features, including encrypting our online data, so that I don't have to worry about somebody snagging my credit card information or my social media passwords. And oh my goodness, we were hacked a few years ago on our Instagram account, and that is not a fiasco I wish on anyone. Plus, Surfshark lets us change our IP address to virtually place ourselves anywhere in the world so that we can avoid geo restrictions on apps and websites that we couldn't access otherwise. And sponsor or not, Surfshark has been the most reliable and affordable VPN we have ever used. And right now, they are running a Black Friday special. Plus, if you scan the QR code on the screen or use our link, which is surfshark.com/Wynns. Wow, that is really loud. I said I like distractions, but that one is next level. Then you get an extra 4 months on top of the deal. So if you have been considering giving it a try for yourself, now is the time because it is a limited time offer. I will make sure to drop a link down in the description box below, or of course you can scan the QR code on the screen because it is a crazy good deal.
Sorry guys.
I know.
Well, it was worth a try.
It's worth a try, yes. That sucks. They got another mechanic bringing down a replacement battery with charger and everything. They'll get them up and running. It was just like, oh, you're coming by. Let's try to fix this real quick. Boats.
It was a worthwhile effort.
Yeah. Happy to help.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
you.
Thank you. Good luck. Sorry.
You too, guys.
Zoom position.
Back is loose.
Okay.
Okay. What's the name of that bridge again?
Sheepsdale Bruges. Sheepsdale Bruges Bridge. Bruges probably means bridge.
Yeah, Bruges is bridge. So otherwise you're saying bridge.
Bridge.
This one has a lot of traffic, so I don't know how long it will take before he's going to open it up. Maybe Jason's pronunciation was so offensive they're like, nope. That American idiot said bridge twice. You can always follow it up with an A and pretend you're a Canadian.
Yeah. Sheepsdale Bruges Bridge, eh? I gotta read it. I can't even say it. I gotta read it. Well, thank you very much. I'll switch to 18 now. Have a great day. Spoke perfect English. So he was like, oh yeah, we just switched to 18 here. In our book, it doesn't say switch to 18 until the next one. So it was a little confusing. They'll open in 5 minutes. That felt like forever.
It did feel like forever. I felt like a lot longer than 5 minutes, but I swear when you're sitting here, time starts to just creep. It's incredible.
It's an interesting looking bridge. Hey!
That was a cool bridge. I liked that one. I love the guys over there fishing with their umbrellas. They're like, just another day.
Bridge captain, this is Horizon 30 approaching Cracklebrug. Very good, so this bridge apparently is no longer being used, which is why there's no light, which is why we were confused.
Yeah. Excuse me, Mr. Cormorant, coming through.
The boat might be waiting for this bridge to open.
Oh yeah, they're in the wings. It's got red and green.
Yeah. Bridge is opening.
Just waiting for my green light. There we go. This is plenty wide for a small boat like us, but I'm looking at that big freighter behind us thinking, he's gonna fit through here? He looks as wide as this entrance.
We were advised to go in front of the freighter because we're coming up on a lock just around the corner, and we both can fit in as long as we go first because we tie up to the left side. He fills the whole right side, and then the lock will go up. And then he goes through, I think, and then we go after him.
Double board slash, no.
I was just about to call him. He beat me to it.
Look at this.
Port Sluice, this is Horizon 30.
For this listening, you come first in the lock on port side.
Okay, we'll come in port side when the gates open and the green light comes. Thank you very much. So much action, this is fun. There's so many beautiful buildings I'm not videoing.
The yacht can come into the lock on the red green.
Okay, we're going port side.
Yep. So where are you supposed to tie up? To the ladders, I guess?
I see little rings there on the bricks, so we could probably tie into those rings.
What do you think? Probably good enough.
I got the thumbs up, so I guess we're doing it right.
Okay.
Oh, it's filling up, I can see it.
Finally, our first lock, AKA a boat elevator.
Just hand holding, making sure we don't get too far away.
Now, as water pours in, we'll slowly go up in elevation,
We're rising pretty quick.
reach the next stretch of canal, and the gates will open. And then on our way back, it will be the opposite. And I find this insanely impressive. And yet, these were probably built in the mid-1400s. That just blows my mind.
Okay, off over here.
Okay, I'll let you take off this one then.
Good.
Okay, we have to talk about these iconic windmills because they were run by millers, which were used to grind grain for food production. And that's neat and all, but it's the blades that took me by surprise because they were made of fabric and the millers had to adjust and trim them like sails on a sailboat. They even had a reefing system for when it gets super windy. How kismet is that?
That was fun. Lesson learned. I think next time I'll give them a little bit more space behind these big boats because you really get knocked around with the water coming out of the back there. But I was a little worried about the bridge captains. I thought, well, I don't want to make the bridges wait because you don't want to make the bridge captain angry.
Almost there. When I looked at the sign from further away, it looked like it was, oh, you can park here for an hour to go look at the windmills. But now that I've tied us all up, I looked at the sign again and it says mooring for 1 hour waiting on the bridge.
Oh.
I'll eat lunch later.
Apparently there is a bunch of cargo coming down and this is not really an adequate mooring. Bridge captain called and said, oh, we've got some boats on the way. You're not going to want to stay there if you can't. Go ahead and move along. So we said, no problem. That's exactly what we'll do.
Okay,
All clear?
clear. Wow, look at that. We're in it now, man. In the medieval. Look at that behind me. Nice.
Rainy days don't seem so wet. Stormy nights don't stay. From the moment that we met,
Green light and go, go.
you were away.
Hello.
Oh,
It's so beautiful.
It is so beautiful. It's like you have arrived. I love all the fall colors. I love all the buildings. I love it all.
Flandria Yacht Haven. This is Horizon 30. Do you copy?
Uh-oh. Now we're nervous again.
Yep, nervous. Oh, there's another boat coming. They just knew it was coming.
Yeah. We're supposed to go to the right here?
We're gonna go up a hair further and then around to the right. I think our marina's just over there, but we obviously.
Back it up, girl. Back it up.
I did like you stole it.
Okay. Now we're all right.
We got barges all around. One behind us, bunch over here, front, passing. It's a barge party. That is sitting high, it must be empty. Looking good.
You comfortable?
Yep. There's so much cormorant poop on the dock. I'm running the lines and it's like, oh, I'm gonna definitely wash my hands.
Yummy. So?
Easy peasy. He was very friendly. 38 euros. I booked 2 nights. I got us a shower coin. It's a family style shower, he said, so you can bring 2 or 3 people in. Sounds like a party. He took me and showed me around. He's like, yeah, it's for family. It stays on for 8 minutes. It's hot. It's nice. I was like, yes. Normally you're sneaking in, you know, a husband and wife or a boyfriend, girlfriend.
But
you're trying
not
to
in
sneak
Europe.
in, but not here. So, yeah, and he's got a spot for us. Power's included. Everything. We just pay €1 for 120 liters of water when we leave. So,
Wow. Okay.
let's move.
I'll go when you tell me you're ready.
Okay, I'll do the back one last, so.
Okay, that's what I figured.
Oh my gosh, so much poop. Okay, I'm on the boat. We are off the dock. Looking good back here. Keep spinning. Okay, you can go back now.
Not the first time?
Well, we live on a sailboat,
Oh yeah.
so it's our first time to ever have bow thrusters.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome in Bruges.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Success.
And the trees over there are in the city.
Okay, okay.
So cool.
It's here in the middle.
Okay.
Perfect. Lots of fun little boats, lots of things, but I'm hungry, so I can't think about much else. So,
Snacks first, and then we'll make a plan for Bruges. Because now we are in Bruges.
Beautiful, beautiful sun. Beautiful sun.
so right here next to the marina is like a big RV park. Essentially just a parking lot right next to the marina, but it's really nice because you're so close to Old Town, where everything is happening here in Bruges. And we kind of feel like no matter whether you travel by van or RV or boat, you get to travel with your home. And we feel like that is just the absolute best way to travel because it's the most affordable. Hotels here are not cheap. It is much cheaper to have our canal boat per night. And it's like part of the adventure. We're definitely fans of traveling with your home. We're just not backpackers. Hotel trip for like a week, totally cool. But for 10, 14 days, 30 days, camper van, boat, something with a bed and some way to cook. Well, I feel like this is the part where we can go ahead and get it out of the way and say that Bruges is touristy.
3-minute walk maybe from the marina. You step into this park, which is apparently the drop-off location for all the tours. But we were told by so many locals, Bruges, like it's so touristy, you're not gonna like it. And
But then other people are like, yes, it's touristy, but
it's touristy for a reason.
yes, you can't come to Belgium and miss it.
Plus it's on the canal, it's on our route. It would be, I think I would kick myself no matter what.
Yeah, and now that we're here, I can definitely say worth a visit. So this is it. We are crossing over the canal, entering in through the city walls. So this is the official entrance into Bruges Old Town. It's a huge, important part of its history because I would say that Bruges wouldn't be Bruges without them.
Talk for hours and never slept. 2 silhouettes on the concrete steps. We watch the sun as it slowly crept from the horizon to the place we met. Oh, this could be the best thing that I'll ever know.
This just might be the most beautiful city we've ever been, medieval or modern. I love the distinctively Belgian stepped gables, and no, I didn't know that's what it was called before we got here. And of course, the bridges. So many bridges. And some say that's even how the city got its name, because in Flemish, Bruges means bridge, and there are over 80 of them connecting different parts of the city, each one as obsessively lovely as the next.
This could be the best thing that I'll ever.
So this is the main market square, and obviously it's
Evolved since
changed.
the Middle Ages.
Yeah, but this was the hub. This is where all of the goods that came in on the canals were brought here. The beer making ingredients, the most important part to me. the wheat and the barley and the...
Right, but they also had, apparently, wool and spices, and they had lace and fabrics and all sorts of things. So this was the hub, this is where everything came in. Apparently, a lot of these buildings were all just warehouses, which talk about fancy warehousing.
And of course, trade brings sales, brings money, so people here were very, very wealthy. And if
Apparently like one of the most wealthy cities in Europe at the time.
Everybody wanted to come here, and of course with money comes artists and architects and beautiful buildings, and if you really, really want to flex, you paint gold on your rooftop.
Okay, and cue Professor Jason.
So eventually the canals silted over and ships could no longer get to Bruges, which essentially froze it in time, which wasn't a good thing at the time because everybody left. The good news is, because nobody was here during the Industrial Revolution, they didn't break down all of the buildings. They didn't industrialize the entire city. And then eventually in the 19th century, artists came back to this decaying medieval city and wrote novels and did art here. And so it really attracted a lot more people back to the city. And I think it's been touristy ever since. And then somehow, magically, it was spared from both world wars. So that is why this city is so beautiful and so well kept and well preserved today.
I think my first impression is the whole place feels like one big living museum, and really seems like the most enjoyment is just out of taking in all the beautiful buildings and the statues and just kind of looking for all the little details in the faces and the crests and everything else, because there is so much history. There's just so much going on here. You can't possibly take it all in at once. Not even gonna try. Just gonna enjoy what I see, and that is that. There are tons of museums and everything else, but I think you'd really need a couple of days here to really dive into all of it. But for us, we're just sightseeing. All of the buildings around here are kind of that like perfect symmetrical Wes Anderson vibe to me. And I've heard two theories as to why they are all so similar and uniform. And that is, number one, that you could only build as wide as the tallest tree, which is why they are all very similar in width and size. And then the other was because back in the day, taxes were based on the width of your property. So by building up instead of out, they saved a lot of money. So I don't know if either is true, but I like both and they both make sense.
So many towers, towers everywhere. Just towers, towers. I probably have 100 towers. I love it. It's just
fish in a barrel.
It's probably not even that interesting, but it's really interesting to me, damn it. All these erect things sticking out of the ground. Yep, fish in a barrel. Beautiful.
Belgian waffles are the thing that everybody raves about. Like, you gotta get the waffles. I'm like, I'm all about a good waffle. And yes, Belgian waffles are very good, but the pastries, they so call my name more than the waffles. Now I go in.
Hello.
Stop it with that.
Which one do you want?
All of them?
All of them.
The one in the window looks really good.
The one on the left?
I don't know what it is.
It's a bolus, clearly.
What is that, love? What's in the middle there?
It's a bolus.
It looks good though, doesn't it?
It's wonderful.
You're gonna let it go?
I know, I thought about it. It's calling me. There's two of them in a row. With a little guy sitting up there on top of the roof. It's like the tops of the roof plus the tower. It's just, oy, okay.
It's also interesting that when you were closer to like the market square and kind of the bell tower, it's packed. There are loads of tourists everywhere, me being one of them. But the further you get away from that, you start taking kind of the little side streets, walk a little further outside the city, but you're still within the city. It calms right down. I don't know what it's like peak season, but right now in the fall, everything is beautiful. The trees are gorgeous and it is not crowded. Like, it's perfect. It's just enough people watching to make it interesting, but not so many that you don't feel like you can get around and take it all in.
What's going on there? Badstoof miniature door Simon Marmion brothel? They're all in baths together? Whoa. Is that a dog or a ferret? Definitely taking baths together.
Rather than leave it up to the imagination, good old Google Translate. In the late Middle Ages, bathing had, in many cases, evolved from a health cure to a visit to a brothel. This was especially true for mixed baths.
Sexy time.
Your interpretation was correct. Why?
Almond everything is so good. Powdered sugar everywhere. Sugar, sugar, sugar.
Oh no. Just in case you've been wondering what we've been doing this entire time, a whole lot of this right here. Every single canal, every bridge,
Every tower.
every tower.
So when I go in, I go all in. Just like with the beers. That's how we ended up with like 25 beers on this boat.
Oh, don't admit anything.
We don't even drink that much.
No, I don't know what we're gonna do with all
Is
of
this
it.
a better shot of the towers
Oh,
here?
you gotta be kidding me.
Just pull this one here for a start.
Okay,
Okay, you ready?
ready, I'll go up top. Woo! Get to drive from the top today. It's so sunny. You ready?
I'm gonna do this one first and then I'll hop on the back and pull that back one.
Okay, I'm ready. It's pulling me out pretty quick. Run, run, run,
I can
run.
pull you over.
Am I clear?
Clear down here. Clear in the canal.
All right. Leaving one beautiful destination for another.
Yeah.
Man, and what a day for it.
Day for it. Day for it.
Nope,
No. Day for it.
nope,
Day for it.
nope, just
No.
insulting.
No. What a beautiful little marina. They were so friendly. The cafe's actually open today and we're leaving. They probably have beer there. They might even have a tower hidden away somewhere.
Got nothing.
No, come on. No. Look, dreams do come true. One more tower. Two more towers. Just saying.
Somebody's obsessed with the towers. Do you really just want to live in a castle?
Yeah.
Who doesn't? Except for the damp conditions, the mold,
And the pooping down the wall.
the cold, well, I think we've got modern facilities now, probably.
Oh, okay. We wouldn't have to go medieval.
No, we don't. Just because it is medieval doesn't mean you have to go medieval.
And we're off. There's so many things we didn't get to do, like eat a waffle, eat some chocolate, drink some beer on camera.
Yeah, I was gonna say, 'cause we did have beer in town, we just didn't film it. But Bruges was all about kind of just taking in the medieval city, seeing the architecture, soaking it all in. But our next destination is Ghent.
And that is gonna be all about the beer. And that's where I'm gonna taste the best beer in the world, undisputed, for the very first time in my life. So excited.
Anyway,
This better be so
that
good.
will be next time. For now, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you then.
Bye, guys.
Foot steer.
Oh, that was so fun.
That was fun.
I wanted to get coffee and more pastries and hot chocolate.
It's mostly just the pastries and the coffee.